Nancy and Bob Thompson embrace a healthy lifestyle.
I have to say I love the heart. My heart particularly, I try to take really good care of it.
They practice what they preach. As an exercise physiologist, Nancy creates wellness programs at Pana Community Hospital.
Like help people that come out of cardiac rehab.
And Bob owns a thriving bike shop. 2015 marked several big milestones for this couple.
I love the guy. Obviously, I married him, and when he finally said yes after 9 years.
Then 9 days into wedded bliss, the unexpected happened.
I wish I had a memory of it. I've had to learn about it from my friends, from my family, from my husband.
Nancy's heart stopped 20 miles into a 25-mile group bike ride.
I was told I had a ventricular fibrillation that caused me to pass out while I was riding my bike on the Sangamon Valley Trail.
At the time, what happened was a mystery. One moment, she was riding and chatting. The next, she veered off the path. In seconds, Jeff Meyerhoff was one of 2 riders to reach Nancy laying semi-face down. His initial reaction?
That she had broke her neck and got knocked out. Well, I'd never seen somebody out in the field presenting with cardiac arrest. The white tongue, the blue, the lifeless, the absence of breathing.
According to the American Heart Association, more than 326,000 people experience cardiac arrest outside of the hospital each year. About 90% of them die because bystanders don't know how to start CPR or are afraid they'll do something wrong. This past year, the American Heart Association trained 600,000 people in CPR in Illinois, 18 million in the U.S., and another 1.4 million people internationally. So, Jeff rolls Nancy over, controls her head and neck, and immediately the CPR process begins.
I called 911 and ran to one end of the trail while somebody else went to the other.
More riders approached to see there's a rider down.
And then whoever was doing compressions at that time said, I need a break, and I said, I can help.
Back at Bike Tech, it's business as usual for Bob until he took a phone call that rocked his entire world.
Well, I thought it was grave, and my prayer was that she would be okay.
Then Dr. Robert Kramer happened upon the scene.
So what I wanted to do basically was see how the person was doing who was doing the CPR. Because,
why is that?
Because there was a right way to do it and there was a wrong way to do it.
The AHA says that CPR performed immediately can double or triple a cardiac arrest victim's chance of survival. Learning the hands-only CPR method involves 2 easy steps, and it can help save lives. 1, call 911, and 2, push on the chest at a rate of at least 100 to 120 compressions per minute and to a depth of at least 2 inches.
Okay. It's a nice, you know, against your hand. And I watched her, she was doing really good CPR.
Ambulance sirens could be heard.
I didn't think it was going to be a good outcome. She looked like she was dead.
But obstacles delayed the ambulance.
So there's a concrete abutment, and then a center piece where a gate would have closed on both sides. And that ambulance just literally made it through on either side by inches. As I would be told later by the lead EMT, the ventricular fibrillation was really persistent.
At Memorial Medical Center, Nancy arrives in sinus rhythm. She is rushed to the ER, then up to the cath lab.
Because they wanted to see if the underlying cause was coronary heart disease. You know.
The results? No blockage and pristine arteries.
But it wasn't heart disease, you know, that caused it.
One doctor said cardiac death. I said, cardiac death? He says, yeah, that's usually the likely outcome. So we have a 1% to 2% survival rate when this type of event that she experienced happens in a non-clinical setting.
Recovery was tenuous and slow. 5 broken ribs, a broken scapula, cardiac rehab, and 5 days of memory loss.
You know, because I probably told her the story of what happened to her 40 times.
And all these questions about what happened and when, it was the same questions over and over again. Like 5 sheets. There was like 5 sheets of the same questions.
But Nancy beat the odds.
This could have occurred while she was driving home from work. It could have occurred while she was sleeping in the middle of the night. It could have occurred while she was picking strawberries in the backyard before she came over for the bike ride, and there would have been no chance for survival.
Thanks to 9 heart savers, she also celebrated the Big 5-0. But more importantly, the journey is not over.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
With your help, the American Heart Association has made an incredible impact in the fight against heart disease and stroke. We need your help. We can continue to fund research that will prevent and treat heart disease and stroke. Please donate. The American Heart Association wants you to live more of life's precious moments.